Hi, I'm Beth Noveck. I'm a professor of law at New York Law School and formerly the head of the White House Open Government Initiative. I'm very sorry not to be able to join you in person today. I very much had wanted to be there to be part of the conversation and hear the discussion. So I just wanted to kick things off by offering a couple of thoughts about open data and its impact. As everyone in the room knows, there are really 5 basic types of open government data. One is the data that government collects about how much money it spends, whether through grants or contracts. The second is the type of data that government has or that we ought to have about the activities of government officials and politicians, such as the money that they spend, the money that's spent on them, and their financial activities. But there's also data that government holds about you and me, whether our police files or our medical records in a public medical system. And then there's data about the companies that government regulates, about the entities that they regulate, whether institutions or organizations or companies, who they are, where they're chartered, where they do business, who owns them and whom they own. And finally, there's data that government holds about the markets that it regulates, whether it's mobile phones or mortgages or banking products. There's a lot of information that government has or can have as a result of regulation and legislation that can help provide greater access and choice to consumers. And that's really the idea that I wanted to leave with you today. Traditionally, when we talk about government transparency and accountability, we're focused only on those first 2 categories of data, spending data and what I might call ethics data or political data. But the impact that we can have as a result of open government data, the impact that we can have on people's lives, on the decisions of consumers, on their health, education, and well-being, and ultimately on government's ability to be effective, comes, I think, as much from those last 3 categories of data as from the first 2. So I hope that in today's conversation, as you think about open government data, we'll go beyond the traditional conversation about what's typically called government accountability, a story which I think has yet to reveal and show its full impact and potential. We don't yet have the measures that we need or that we want to show that releasing that data actually produces the kind of accountability that we're hoping for. And instead, I hope to hear about the many activities that people in the room are working on and thinking about and might pursue with regard to this other kind of data that we can easily and cheaply and quickly make available that can help really improve people's lives for the better. The last thought I'll leave you with is the question of and the importance of metrics. And metrics, and beyond that, stories. We will be able to get governments to release and make available more data and more entrepreneurs and innovators to do things with that data if we can tell the stories and quantify the success that open data brings. We really want to be able to, whether it's measure in specific terms or to have the anecdotes and the feel-good vignettes that help us understand why open data matters and how it helps to improve people's lives for the better. So, as we move forward together on this evolution of the policy and the technology and the work of making open data available, I'll hope that we'll think broadly about whether it's open government data, accountability data, sometimes called smart disclosure data. It has all of these wonderful terms now that have come to be used, but that we'll think broadly about the possibilities for open data, its impact, and how to measure it. Thank you very much.